Well friends, today we're going to move the Mazda battery from, well, it should be here, but I've taken it out already, from the front of the car, and we're going to put it somewhere in the back. Probably in that space. Somewhere in the boot. Or in the middle of the car anyway. So, first thing you need to do is obviously take your old battery out. Our reason for removing the battery is kind of twofold in the Mazda. One, it blocks a lot of radiator space, so that's the radiator, and it would go through our lovely bonnet vent there, but the battery would be right here blocking a lot of it, so the more ventilation we can get through this engine bay, the better. And plus, it's also pretty cool. So we're going to do that today. Stage 1, select your appropriate battery. This happens to be one that fits in the Mazda. And then we're going to make a base out of, I've got these leftover blue bits of shelving, they're pretty heavy. So we'll use them. It's just a case of marking out the sizes and then chop them up and make a base. And we'll chop them up using the new vPerformance Makita chop saw. Thank you people for viewing and getting us our YouTube money. Let's see if I got it somewhat. Right there. Oh, eyes and ears. Two long bits to the back of that way, then we just need to measure and cut the other two for the other way. Now it's just a matter of getting it all squared up and leaving a bit of room for wiggle room, and we'll get it grinded is the right word, ground and welded up, and that'll give us a base. I'm just going to give this a couple of tacks with the MIG welder and then take the battery out of the way and weld the rest of it, lest we have an environmental disaster. Okay, the battery now fits quite nice and snugly in its base, but that's not enough to keep a battery in, obviously. So I'm going to use, let me just move my light out of the way. Does that make any better or worse? That just makes it worse. Anyway, I've got another two bits of angle. They're going to sit there with another piece welded on there to make the top clamp. And then I'll use a threaded rod in between the top and the bottom, and it'll just be a matter of putting a nut on it and securing it down, and that'll be that secure into its base. Then you weld the base into the car. I've realised that on my normal right angle bits there's nowhere actually for the threaded rod to go into to bolt on, so I've cut these little bits of metal out. I'm going to weld them on, that'll give me a hole to put the rod through and put a nut and a bolt on. Not a bolt, a washer and a nut on. So let's weld these on. Here we go. Focus. Focus. I've welded my vice grip onto my thing. What a fucking idiot. Oh, fuck. Welded it really, really well as well. Come, let go. Piece off. There we go. It's fine. I'll never know. Right, another one of them. Now, do you think I'll get 2 tanks into this without blowing a hole in the battery? Oh, you just find out. Success! No holes in the battery. Now let's weld the rest of it. Good! Smashing! Great! Now for another clean. Okay, this is your top bracket. Made. That's on top of the battery, like that. Then what we're going to do is take a piece of this threaded rod, weld it down there, cut it up there, and with a bolt and a washer, that'll clamp that down, hold the battery securely in place. Okay, let's put battery in the box. Put this on. We want it to sit. Take one of our threaded rods. Oh, I want it about there. And get my marker pen. Spray straight. Weld that one there. Same other side. And we'll weld that one there. Also remember kids, if you're using bright zinc plated stuff, you're supposed to grind off all the zinc first, or better still, don't breathe any of it. Hence I have an extractor fan. Don't breathe that. Okay, here we are in the boot of the RX8. I have taken the liberty of grinding off this tar based sound deadening, whatever stuff is. Anyway, what a pain in the arse that is. So, we're going to weld this into place here. I'm going to go kind of gently because I'm fairly sure the fuel tank's under here. Don't really want to poke right through the fuel tank if I can help it, because I really don't want to die. So let's get this welded in. Well, when I said I didn't grind it off till it's fucking clean, because this tar stuff, it just grinds and gets hot and sticks again, and so these aren't going to be the tidiest welds in the world, but right, that'll do. Okay, base is welded in, it's not going anywhere. Now we'll put the battery in. Hands up, all of you who don't think this will fit in the space. Come on now, do it, hands up. Oh, you've little faith. Oh, my battery's heavy. Oh, it's right on the lead. Hup. What a bit. Ta-da! Try not hook that into the thing. Ta-da! Oh. The washers and the nuts are in my pocket. One there. One there. One there. And that. Now you don't go insanely tight on these. Same as on your car. You clamp it down until it's clamped the battery and holding it, not until it's fucking squashing the battery in. You don't want to crack the plastic frame. I just want to secure it down so it doesn't move and can't go anywhere. It doesn't take a lot. Make sure it's down. You go in both sides. That side's nice and tight. Here we go. That won't go anywhere. That will not fly out in the event of an accident. That won't go anywhere. Perfect. Next stage, connecting the ground to the chassis and then running a big long positive wire all the way through the front of the car and joining it up with the original positive wire in there. Right, let's do that. This is the monstrous cable we're going to use to run the, I'm going to use the orange for the positive. That's 0 gauge or something, I think it's like 55mm squared in metric units. So a bit of orange for positive and a black bit for the negative, which needs to be a short bit, and a massive fuse holder. Yes, this is an amp wiring kit, you guessed correctly. Same job, doesn't matter. I think that's like 100 or 200 amp fuse. I think it's 100. More than enough for what we are doing. So what we have to do is cut a bit off, well, cut that off, attach the battery, put the fuse in line, then join it, well not join it, but it joins up the other end of the fuse, and then run that one out and all the way through the car. We'll probably run it on the inside there, up the bulkhead, cut another hole in the bulkhead so it comes out somewhere here, and we'll run it down there, it goes there, and join it on the positive originally. Right, let's get going. Right, this bit's easy enough. You want to, well, measure your length of cable to the appropriate length you require. Chop it off. I just used snips and just worked at it and did my way through. Then you want to see roughly how much cable you need to strip off, plus a little bit extra. Get your Stanley knife. Very carefully cut your way around, so you're not cutting through too many strands. You're going to get some, unless you like really take your time and go really slowly, but ain't nobody got time for that. So just make your way around nice and gently. Try not to slice off your fingers or slice into your fingers. This is actually really quite semi-decent rubber, I'm impressed. Still smells like Chinese though. That's slightly racist, but if you've had products delivered from China, you know they've got a unique aroma. Right, that gets us. Puts the Stanley knife down for stabbing self. Some slightly corroded copper wire, and there's some bits I've chopped off. Now this should fit, hopefully, if I've bought the right size things, quite neatly in there. Oh, it's tight. Oh. A few stray strands, that's alright. We'll tuck them down inside. And that's it, just fitted your car. Oh my god, I'm joking, please God, for the love of God, don't do that. Jesus. Don't pause the video here and then hear that as that's it. Just snip off the strands. Then what you do is you put this in your crimp or your press. If you don't have one, I've seen they get cheap ones off eBay that fit over it and you hit it with a hammer to squash it in place. I'm not going to do that, I've not got one. I've actually got the proper tool over there and we'll go and see it working. Right, this is the actual proper tool for the job. That's the crimp bit and that's the body of the tool. And you just, there's a, well, we'll see it down there, but it's got the scale graduation of what size of cable you're using. So I've set it to 55mm squared, which is roughly where we want to be. And it's a matter of putting it in, holding it, and then squeezing the lever, and it will apply the correct amount of pressure. It would have helped if I'd tightened the vise. Fail. Okay, it's in nice and tight now. Let's try that again. That's pretty much good. I always like to go a little bit more, so I'll take it down to just the 50. We'll just give it a bit. Oh yes. So there you go. That is it. Absolutely crimped on. That will not come off. There is no pulling or twisting of that to get off. You know what? I might just give it another wee press just to make absolutely sure. You can't go too far and it starts to deform it, but we're not there yet. Oh, that's him. Oh, totally pleased with that now. Good, right, we've got 2 ends of our ground cable. We can attach that to the battery leads. I'll just do one more for the positive and we'll put that in the car. Positive one this time, managed to even get all the strands in, so there's no stray strands. And we'll, sorry, bump the camera a couple of times with it. Put it in and grip it into place, and it has it absolutely attached to the car. I'm going to put a 22mm hole in the chassis with a stepped cone cutter. I'm just going to go somewhere about here because I know there's nothing behind there because I've already drilled holes for the brake pipes. He said confidently. I'm pretty sure there's nothing behind this. Nope, nothing behind it. So that we can put in the hole a grommet. Well, a grommet, I'll just be cutting the middle out. And it should fit the cable through it nicely so it doesn't cut on the edges and short out and cause a rinse electrical fire. There we go, one grommet, quick slip with a sand knife, and that'll let me poke cable through. I'll start at this end, attach it there, run it through, shoot it through the battery, and then whatever excess we'll chop it off at the other end. That's the original battery connection. We'll bolt onto that. I'll put a bit of insulation over that. Then the wire runs under there, cable tied onto the loom in several places, through our hole with a grommet in it. Inside, wire, inside, more cable ties, next to the original loom, cable tie, cable tie, cable tie, cable tie, cable tie, cable tie, and runs up to the back here where we will fit the fuse block and attach it to the battery, and then ground wire, battery chassis. Let me bring you in for this final roundup. So, here we have the battery situated in its nice battery cage that I've made. The ground cable attached to the battery terminal, attached to bare metal chassis, not painted, bare metal chassis ground point. Positive terminal, nice new shiny battery terminals on the positive cable through the 150 amp fuse, and then the wire that goes all the way down along there, through there, along there, past Moira, up in the bulkhead and up to the front. Through the grommet in the bulkhead, folds the wires down, is then connected to the original positive connection and insulated with sort of like plastic armour and self-amalgamating tape wrapped around it so it doesn't touch it. Also cable tied on things so it can't go anywhere. Make sure all your wires are clearing all your pulleys, or what pulleys you have left. And that's it, it's pretty much ready to fire up.
Due to the unique and interesting way that I've been down in England for a few days, Dave is currently jammed inside the Mazda. But he says he's finished the wiring on the light. What is happening with the light? Oh, I'm just going to go blind and talk to it.
Okay.
So I am blind, but I will be able to see that Dave has wired in the battery. Let's have a look.
I also popped a hole because it was on the water.
That looks well. I was going to say it looks ghetto, but legit. Like that's the kind of thing that I had in mind. Is to have a simple frame. Is that tacked on to the boot floor, or is it?
It is welded to the boot floor.
So you didn't need to put tie down holes into the car in the end.
No, we're good.
And this is your.
This is to let the water out.
How much water did we have?
Up to about there. It was a little splashy.
That's that would slosh around. Yeah, Jesus, David, the size of the cable that's on that. Hold on, we need a banana for scale, but there is my finger, and it is the width of my finger. Do you know how many mil that is?
No, 0 gauge. I can tell you 0 gauge.
It is 0 gauge. Can I get on this side?
Whatever that is in metric.
There's a calculator, isn't there, that you can see like how many millimetres squared it is?
I want to say 50 odds.
Oh, yes, I like that. That looks heavy. That is what Jesus wants for
And it's
our
attached,
life.
which is the main thing.
And it runs down the side here. Passenger safety is a priority. So Moira here. Moira's in trouble. She's currently blocking the way. Yep. So where does that go through? Oh, and it was very easy. It looks like to find yourself a grommet now that we've got all this room for activities.
Someone has spaced it, yeah.
That is great though, because I was slightly concerned about the old format of battery.
Like not being attached.
And it being kind of floppy aroundy. But have you started it since you did the battery?
No.
Is this going to be a...
This is its first start.
I hope it's not going to be a flunk. Sausage, this will be loud, you might want to move.
I've got the baffle in, so... Are you ready?
I'm pumped, I'm ready.
Make all the right noises.
Is the battery dead?
No. Is it just very far away? Oh, the battery might be dead.
Voltmeter. Or additional battery. The battery isn't new.
No.
It is what we got with our cheap car. Okay.
You on there.
Fault finding, round 1.
You on there.
Giant fucking battery. And some joints.
Just gigantic. Oh, sparks.
Sparks are that signifies electricity.
It does.
I don't know much, but I know that means electricity.
Okay, let's try that again.
Round 2.
Commence to. Sounds better.
Well, there was a moment where we thought that the terminals inside the engine bay needed to be redone after being redone, but it looks like the battery's just flat. It is a pretty old battery, so we'll just take the big bad boy with us when we go trackside, so that we can jump it if it doesn't start in the old-fashioned method. Now we need a trailer, and I need a driving license for towing a trailer. We'll sort that tomorrow.
I'd like to build the battery as flat as fuck.
What?
It's now charging at 16 amps.
That is a big draw and a dead battery.
It's popping. Oh, I've moved it. I have 17 amps.
Yeah. It is taking all the juice it can get a hold of.
Yes.
So do you think the battery is nearing the end of its service?
I almost guarantee it's near there, but
Its watch has ended.
we'll just keep it charged.
Is that tyre smoke?
That's stuff. I had to grind it off.
Alright, because I was thinking that can't be tyres. We haven't drifted that much.
I hoovered most of them.
Right, good job. That's another thing taken care of.
Drift safe.